welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're doing things a little bit differently. We're going back in time to 2001.
Oh, wow. Time travel.
Yeah, a pivotal year for OSHA record keeping. You're probably thinking, why are we dusting off the history books?
Right back to the Stone Age.
But stick with us, because this deep dive is going to help us extract some really valuable insights for modern safety and risk management professionals.
Exactly.
Especially when we're talking about posting summaries of workplace injury and illness data.
Even though we're going back in time, like you said, the core principles we uncover will be surprisingly relevant to the challenges that safety professionals are facing today.
For sure. And we've got some fascinating source material for this deep dive. Excerpts from the official OSHA website on standard 1904.43.
Okay.
And this is cool. A Safety One Source YouTube video from back in the day.
Oh, wow.
Talk about a blast from the past.
Yeah. Those sources are going to give us a great window into this transitional period for OSHA record keeping.
So transitional period. Okay, I'm intrigued. What was actually changing back then?
So in 2001, OSHA introduced updates to how companies tracked and reported workplace injuries and illnesses.
Okay.
And this standard that we're focusing on, 1904.43, it helped to bridge the gap between the old and new systems.
Makes sense.
So companies were still posting summaries based on the previous year's data, which was 2000, while also preparing to implement that new system for the future.
So like a stepping stone.
Yeah.
It was helping everyone adjust.
Yeah.
And, you know, the OSHA website actually details what had to be included in that 2001 summary.
Oh, interesting.
Pretty standard stuff.
Great.
Calendar year,
Yeah.
company name, establishment details, a certification signature. But here's what I found interesting. Even if a company had 0 injuries or illnesses, they still had to post a summary with all zeros.
Oh, wow.
Why make such a fuss about reporting nothing?
That is a great question. And it reveals a key principle that's still at the heart of OSHA compliance transparency.
Okay.
By requiring companies to report even when their safety records were spotless, it created a much more complete picture of workplace safety across industries.
Right.
I like to think of it as like establishing a baseline.
Okay, that makes sense. It ensures that companies are consistently tracking and reporting data, even when things are going well.
Exactly. Consistent data collection is crucial for analysis and identifying potential trends or areas for improvement.
For sure.
Without that baseline of 0 incident reports, it would be harder to spot patterns and then make informed decisions about safety programs.
Yeah. So good data is essential for building a strong safety foundation. The OSHA document and the Safety One source video are both very clear about the posting requirements for this 2001 summary.
Okay.
They specified a very specific time frame, February 1st to March 1st of 2002.
Wow, very specific.
Yeah, and the location was important too.
Okay.
Right.
Absolutely. Had to be posted in a conspicuous place, typically where employee notices were usually displayed.
Right.
And it had to be left unaltered. No defacing, no covering it up or anything like that. OSHA wanted to make sure that employees had very easy access to this information.
It seems like there's this recurring theme here: transparency and accessibility. Even back then, OSHA recognized the importance of keeping workers informed about workplace safety.
You hit the nail on the head. Now, while this specific standard is from over 20 years ago, the underlying principles are still incredibly relevant, especially when we consider how technology has transformed the way we collect, analyze, and share safety data today.
That's what I find so fascinating about these deep dives. You know, we can uncover valuable lessons from the past that can inform our present-day practices.
Absolutely. You know, it's fascinating to compare how things were done back in 2001 to how we approach safety data today.
Yeah.
Like back then, a paper summary on a bulletin board,
Right.
that was cutting-edge communication.
Is it?
Now we have so many more tools at our disposal.
Yeah, it's like we traded in our horse and buggy for a high-speed race car.
Exactly.
Think about all the technology we have now: digital dashboards, mobile apps, online training platforms.
Oh, yeah.
The possibilities are endless.
And that shift has completely changed how we think about transparency and employee engagement and safety.
Yeah.
Like, imagine trying to engage employees with just a static annual report.
Right.
Today, we can provide real-time data, personalized safety insights.
Wow.
We can even use gamification to encourage participation.
So this isn't just about making data prettier or easier to access.
Right.
It's about making it more impactful.
Yeah.
How do you think these advancements empower employees to take ownership of their safety?
When employees can see that direct link between their actions and safety outcomes,
Yeah.
it creates a sense of ownership and accountability.
Okay.
Real-time data allows for immediate feedback. And personalized insights help them understand their individual role in creating a safer workplace.
Right.
It's a far cry from simply reading a summary on a bulletin board once a year.
For sure. It's about giving them the tools to be proactive, not just reactive.
Precisely. And
Yeah.
that proactive approach, that's what drives a culture of continuous improvement.
Absolutely.
We're no longer limited to reacting to incidents after they happen. We can use data to predict and prevent them.
This reminds me of something we often talk about at Safety One Source, the importance of shifting from a reactive to a proactive safety culture.
Yes.
It's not just about compliance.
Right.
It's about creating a workplace where everyone feels empowered to identify and address hazards before they lead to incidents.
And that's where technology becomes such a powerful ally.
Absolutely.
It allows us to move beyond simply checking boxes and reporting numbers.
Sure.
You know, we can use data to tell a story, to paint a picture of safety performance,
Yes.
and to engage employees in a way that was unimaginable back in 2001.
Speaking of stories, I love how even a deep dive into a seemingly dry topic like OSHA record keeping
Yeah,
can reveal such compelling narratives about the evolution of workplace safety.
that's true.
And for our listeners, I think there's one key takeaway that ties everything together. We've talked about the importance of transparency and the shift from reactive to proactive safety,
Right.
and the power of technology to transform how we manage safety data.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the biggest takeaway here is the importance of continuous improvement.
Absolutely. Just like OSHA has evolved its record-keeping standards over time, safety professionals need to constantly adapt and refine their approaches.
Right.
You know, what worked in 2001 or even 5 years ago might not be the most effective strategy today.
So true.
Hmm.
This deep dive has really shown us how far we've come.
Yeah.
But it also challenges us to think about what's next. What are the new frontiers of knowledge and technology that will shape the future of workplace safety?
That's a great question, and one that every safety professional should be asking themselves.
For sure.
We're already seeing some really exciting advancements in areas like artificial intelligence,
Wow.
wearable sensors, and predictive analytics.
Yeah.
These technologies have the potential to further revolutionize how we identify and mitigate risks.
It's almost like we're standing on the edge of a new era of safety innovation.
It really is.
And I'm excited to see how safety professionals will leverage these advancements to create even safer and healthier workplaces.
I share your enthusiasm.
Yeah.
By embracing a mindset of continuous improvement and staying curious about emerging technologies, safety professionals can truly make a difference.
Absolutely.
You know, the journey from that paper summary in 2001 to the digital landscape of today is a testament to the power of innovation.
Such a great point. Huge thanks to our expert for this incredible deep dive into OSHA history and its relevance for the future of workplace safety.
It was my pleasure.
And for our listeners, I want to leave you with a final thought. As you navigate the ever-changing landscape of safety, remember the core principles we've uncovered today: transparency, engagement, data-driven decision-making, and a commitment to continuous improvement. By embracing these principles and leveraging the power of technology, you can create a safety culture that protects your workers and drives lasting success for your organization. Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive.